Hey guys, how you doing? My name is John, and
I'm Kelsey. Hi.
and this is gonna be our vlogging channel.
Yeah.
Pretty much this is our introduction. We've been trying to make videos for a while, and I think we've decided to shoot with just a Disney vlog because it's what we are very familiar with.
We have an upcoming trip too, so this is kind of prefacing all of that footage that we intend to shoot when we're there at the end of February. So.
Yeah, so February we're gonna go back to Disney. We have a little bit of a story that we will tell you guys, but Disney is a big influence in our life. We love it very much, and we would like to introduce ourselves to you guys and let you know what you guys are watching or who you're watching.
Yeah.
Really.
So we just have like a little list of bullet points. We're just going to go through a few favourites and just things that we like, and then we'll end with a story of why are we doing this, really.
Yeah, exactly. It's
how we came to be.
It's something that we want to do. You know, it's a big part of our life, and it's not as close to us as it was a while ago.
Geographically.
So, exactly. We are now in New York City, and we just want to
talk about Disney.
Talk about Disney because we do, and we're big fans, you know. So, with that said, we have a few lists that we're going to go through, and we're just going to introduce you to ourselves, to us. So let's talk about our plans. First thing on the list is, after introduction, is our plans. Our actual plans is to make videos. We'll try and do it weekly, talk about everything that we love about Disney, about our experiences with it,
park news,
and share our future, travels and anything Disney related that we know about or we want to share. We will just make a video out of it, right? So with that said, we have a blog, we have our website that's actually up. Probably nothing on it yet, but little by little we will start posting things there.
Work in progress.
And of course this video, and then we'll get into some social media or Instagram. We have a few things there. We'll post more stuff as we have tons of pictures from way back when, and we will have some more future ones. Definitely, because we're gonna keep going back. So more of that, you'll see more of that as the days go by. We'll be on top of it, and we would like to share with you what we have experienced Disney-wise. So a little bit more about us. What was our first Disney experience? So to you, some of this is going to be new to both of us because
we haven't spoken about this.
Yeah, exactly. We thought about
what we want to talk about.
What do we talk about? But we kind of kept it to ourselves so that we have an idea or can be surprised.
To be honest, I haven't given it much thought either. I was busy today, so this is just going to be me thinking out loud. But my first Disney experience, I mean, it's one that I wouldn't even remember, to be honest. I grew up watching the movies, particularly the princess ones, and I just grew up around Disney. My mom was a big Disney fan. We were in Disneyland Paris the year that opened in '92, but the very first experience that I probably had, I know I was taken to see Beauty and the Beast in the cinema when that came out in 1991, and as much as I don't remember that, the story goes that I just started baby ballet classes, and there was a really mean girl in my ballet class, and my mom picked me up from class and I was crying. So she took me on my very first ever cinema trip.
That's actually a good story.
And that was to see Beauty and the Beast. So that was my first cinema trip and my first Disney experience, I guess. But as far as I remember, I actually do have some very vague memories of Disneyland Paris in 1992. The park opened in April. We were there in the September, and I just remember seeing dresses and seeing tiaras and seeing characters, and whilst I can't remember of course how I was feeling, I was like I think I was barely 3 years old. I do recall just like a whirlwind of colours and dresses and fun things. So that would be mine, I guess.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I think my first experience was not necessarily parks or anything, but when I was younger, I was born in the Philippines, and I came out here when I was about 8 years old. And when we came here, a friend of my mother's, who she was taking care of, bought us a VHS.
Of course.
And the first VHS I've ever had was 101 Dalmatians.
Ah.
So that was, I think, my very first experience with Disney.
Yeah.
As in, you know, I never knew much about it. I don't know if I've seen movies prior to that, but owning a VHS for the first time.
That was your first ever VHS
That was the
you'd
very
ever had?
first one I've ever had.
Jeez.
Was 101 Dalmatians, and I think I've watched that like over and over for hundreds of times.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it. That was like one distinct memory of Disney. Now I know I've been to Disneyland. I just don't remember like my very first time. I remember I was very sick one day and we were going to Disneyland, and they were threatening that, you know, my parents were teasing me that, oh, we're not gonna go because you're sick.
That's so
and
sad.
I think I was like crying. I think they were just joking in the sense that I was like, no, I'm gonna go, I wanna go, I'm not sick, you know, this and that. But for the most part, we went. I was, you know, sniffles and stuff, and I had a great time. And that's what I remember. I remember certain things, like, you know.
It's funny how like both our stories kind of stem from like having tantrums.
Well, of
We were
course.
like crying, so we did something Disney related.
Yeah, it's funny because but
It's funny how you remember like that kind of negative emotion that comes with it, because when you said about the VHS, another memory, really early memory I have was my best friend to this day, Lucy. It was her 5th birthday, and obviously when you're a kid, like the parents are a big birthday party, and I was going to hers, and my mum had bought me to give to her the Little Mermaid VHS.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't have that, and I was super jealous, and I remember just being like, here you go, I really want it.
Oh,
I soon had it.
no, you had it afterwards.
Yeah.
That's the thing. VHS was like something that everyone that grew up in the 90s,
It was so
kind of like they
coveted.
had it. You know,
And
it's
it
like
was
you had
so like built up, the release of a VHS,
Oh, yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good, and I think I enjoyed that more than when the DVDs came out. But when the DVDs came out, I remember the lithographs and all that.
Oh
But
yeah, that was
I
cool.
think it still wasn't as special as the VHS.
Well, the thing is, I mean, very soon after DVDs, streaming was happening and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's just not the same.
No, it's not. All right, next one is our favorite park. What is your favorite park, Disney park?
Magic
From all
Kingdom.
the- Oh,
Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, I actually, I mean, when I spent an extended period in Disney World, and I'll explain why later, that did actually fluctuate when I was going pretty much on a daily basis to parks. The ones that I would be like, oh, I really fancy going there today, were probably the more chilled ones. Like, I'd love just roaming around Animal Kingdom and seeing the animals, and Epcot, like that was always fun, just to go and eat the food and, you know, drink their drinks. But on vacation, it's always the first park that I go to, and it is my favourite, Magic Kingdom. Yes, what about you?
Interesting. The thing is, it's probably a cheat, because mine is, I think, Disneyland.
Okay. Oh, I didn't. Okay.
Well, okay.
I
Let me
love Disneyland
explain.
too.
Disneyland is awesome because it's Magic Kingdom but more, and I feel that it's more. It's bigger. I feel that it's bigger, and I don't know, geographically. I
think it's actually smaller.
Yeah, but it feels bigger.
Probably
like it
because all
looks
the
bigger.
stuff in it is small.
Yeah,
The
it's
castle and everything.
Castle but like
So
I felt that,
sweet.
like, you know, Tom Sawyer's Island is much bigger, or
Okay.
I felt it's bigger. But again, I was probably younger, and
Everything
experiencing that everything was bigger.
It's that Disney Falls
So-
perspective as well.
Yeah, and so I remember growing up to that, and I loved Fantasmic, and I love it more in Disneyland than I do in Disney World, even though they have their own stage. It's just kind of I love the big ship. You know, it's kind of like the actual ferry, the huge ferry that goes through Fantasmic, when you're having like Hook and Pan just fighting it out, and he's going up like it's like a most awesome thing about Fantasmic that I love, and it's not in Hollywood Studios, which is why it's kind of like but alright.
I didn't even think of Disneyland. I was instantly, my go-to was like, right, 4
Disney
parks
World,
in Disney World.
Okay.
But I love Disneyland too. I really do.
Yeah.
I love the history that it has, and the fact that, you know, Walt Disney's apartment is right there as you walk in, with the little lamp switched on, and everything just has that more like nostalgic,
it
like
feels more
old-timey feel. Live
music, and it's just kind of like, and you have, I don't know.
It's just classic. It's
classic,
charming.
and you feel, I feel more happy there. I don't know why, but as far as, alright, let's say Disneyland aside, you did mention Magic Kingdom. Let's say if it was just limited to the 4 parks in Disney World, I think I would choose Hollywood Studios. I feel that I get to do a lot of different. Oh, you have a little of everything. You know?
I remember loving Hollywood Studios when I was a kid, like when I was 11 years old, and that probably was my favourite park, because I was big into rides, and they had Rock and Roller Coaster, which was my favourite.
I think that's what it is. It's one of the things is Tower of Terror, Rocket,
and the Beauty and the Beast show,
which I don't care.
I love it.
It's too quick. They're rushing it. It's like, oh, we have a time schedule, so
that has not changed since the first time I went in 1993.
I'm sorry. You try I don't like it because you're trying to tell a story in 20 minutes, and it's too rushed.
It's respectful. They don't want to, you know, spend all your time.
I don't know. I would have rather had it as if it was like Aladdin in Disneyland, California
it's a good
Adventure.
one.
But alright, the reason I really like it is because of the rides. To be honest, we have Tower of Terror, we have Star Wars, and Rock and Roller Coaster. So I think that's it, and I'm really looking forward to Star Wars Land. Of course, it's really the rides. Hollywood Studios, the rides, even the Toy Story Mania, Midway Mania. So it's like all the cool rides are there. So I would choose that, but it's like, you know, Epcot is right up there, just right under it. So. But we'll go with Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
Maybe we'll talk about it more in future episodes. But all right, favorite attraction. So what's your favorite ride, I guess?
There's so many. There is so many favorites. I feel like, first of all, I should go through the parks and then I should narrow it down. I have some weird favorites. Well, not weird, but like ones that I feel aren't that popular. I have such a big love for Living with the Land in Epcot.
Oh, really?
In the land, I ride that over and over again. Luckily my mum shares that same love, so we can just go on it all the time if we go to the parks together. So that is up
nap
there.
Spot for me.
A nap spot, yeah, you love a nap on a ride.
We need nap spots, and that's my nap spot.
Yeah,
One
like
of many.
roller coaster wise, I love Expedition Everest. I think that's a great ride.
Very nice.
But I'd say probably the main base of my favourite rides is in the Magic Kingdom, and I love the classics. People Mover,
Of course.
Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, Peter Pan's Flight, which has forever been the very first ride that I will go on when I get to the park, like ever since I was little.
Yeah. 90 minutes.
They will fast past that.
Definitely, yes.
But yeah, I'm one of those people where I think I know my favourite, and then I'll go on a ride, and like you always make fun of me because I'm like, this is my favourite, and he's like, but I thought the other one was your favourite, and I'm like, they're all my favourite.
Yeah, I can get it too. Like, it's hard.
Thunder Mountain, Space Mountain. I love the classic
Come
rides.
to think of it now, it's like now I'm like.
See, now
alright,
I've put
Magic
doubts in
Kingdom,
your head,
yeah.
haven't I? About what
That's why
the good
Disneyland
rides
is my
are.
favorite.
'Cause they
because
put
they're
it all
all in
together.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, Disneyland has some great rides too. Okay, I need to pick one. Today, at this moment, I'm gonna go with Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion.
I just love it. I love the theming. I love that it's long and I can just kind of chill there and take it all in. The attention to detail is amazing in that ride. I did a tour when I was in Magic Kingdom once and like saw the backstage areas of Haunted Mansion and like how the dining room or the ballroom scene is created, which is so cool.
That's actually, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
The ghosts.
I just love it. I love the voice when you're in the stretching room. I just think it's a great ride. So yeah, ask me again tomorrow and I'll probably change my mind, but right now that's my favourite ride.
Favorite ride. See, now that's the same thing that goes
Oh, PhilharMagic. I didn't even mention that.
PhilharMagic. Yeah. See, it's hard to break it down because then you have like Star Wars, you have Tower of Terror.
Star Tours, yeah.
Star Tours, yeah.
Sorry.
Right. Star Tours, Tower of Terror, you have, you know,
Midway Mania.
Pirates, Midway Mania. But my favorite of all of them is in Disneyland. It's Indiana Jones. She
The rage is real.
she is very upset with this because every time she's gone,
Which is three times I've been to
the three
Disneyland.
times that she's gone to
And
Disneyland,
that stretched across
they've all
multiple days.
been closed. And
Across multiple days.
yes,
I've never been on Indiana Jones.
and it's actually my
hates me.
favorite.
It hates me.
And it's like I was mentioning that it's kind of the same ride concept as Dinosaur.
Well, it's the same.
Yeah,
I
it's
believe
the same
mechanism.
same car and everything. But I think it's just the story, the plot, and the type of like you're rushing, and it's just so awesome. And I love it. That's actually my favorite.
So jealous.
So one day you will.
Next time we go
we're
to
in LA.
Disneyland, I'm
We'll
making
be
it my
in LA.
mission.
Yes, yes.
I'm not leaving until
We will have to make
I don't know
look into
why.
it.
It's either being renovated or it's like broken down,
Mm-hmm.
and it just hasn't happened for me. Really, it's very sad.
Sorry. All right. Favorite show. What is your favorite show?
I mentioned Beauty and the Beast earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Dream Along with Mickey has a very special place in my heart.
Dream.
Do you know what though? I'm gonna go with a Disneyland one, and I'm gonna say World of Color.
World of Color. I can see that.
I bawl my eyes out. Or did the 2 times that I've seen World of Color. I just think it's magical. It just has everything. It has the music. It has shots from some of my favorite movies, and the fountains are so gorgeous. I think that whole paradise, it's Paradise Pier, isn't it? That
Yes,
whole area is gorgeous with Mickey's Fun Wheel behind it and everything.
It's a great view. It
I
definitely
just
is.
love
It's awesome.
And I think because I've only seen it twice, and like Disneyland is so far away, like from where I'm from, the whole going to Disneyland experience in general from start to finish is so special. And to round it up with World of Color, I just think it's the perfect way to finish a day. So yeah, I love Fantasmic. That's very close to my heart. I can quote my way through that one. Wishes, you know, I've got so many like special memories from Wishes, from
Wishes is always
various times that I've been there.
tearjerker.
It is a tearjerker, and I love, you know, Celebrate the Magic when that was still on as well. You know, for the couple of years that was there. But if I had to pick one, World of Color. I just think it's awesome. What about you?
Yeah.
Show.
I'm thinking of one. The only thing though is that I've only seen it one time, and I loved it. And the reason I love it is because it has everything that I enjoy about every single thing I like about the shows in Disney. This one has it all. Now, yeah, you're questioning me.
I think I know which one you're gonna say.
My favorite one is the Paris.
Yeah.
Just because in Disneyland Paris they have, okay, my favorite thing is the projection show right before fireworks show in Magic Kingdom, and Magic Memories and Me was my favorite of the ones that's been out. I haven't seen the newest one.
No, not yet.
I left Disney before.
It was while Celebrate the Magic.
It was still Celebrate the Magic, but I liked the one before that, and then I love the fireworks, and you know, a little bit of the water, you know, projection with using water, kind of like what they have in World of Color. They also have that in Fantasmic, and they have all that in the Paris show.
Yeah.
And
combined,
and it's also themed with Peter Pan.
Yeah.
So I loved it. Like, hands down, I think it was one of my favorites.
Yeah,
I wish I can see it again to kind of confirm that yes, this is exactly what I want, or
that
what
was
my
good.
favorite.
And the attention to like underrated movies as well. Like in the American parks, Hunchback of Notre Dame. Like, how much attention does that get?
It doesn't get
And
much,
it's an amazing movie. It's way up there for me. But I guess because it's obviously in Paris as well. That's why that was paid attention to. But I really remember that sequence where the Hunchback was climbing up the castle, and that was super cool. So that is a good show.
It's a great show.
Good
so
pick.
that's
your favorite.
That is my favorite.
Interesting.
As of now, you know, it's like things can happen. I haven't seen the new stuff, and there's a lot of new things coming out in the near future with Disney World. So
we haven't seen the Star Wars fireworks yet.
Yeah, I have not. So that's hands down so far my favorite.
Okay.
All right, show. Okay, we're gonna go a little bit more in depth. We're gonna go restaurants,
which is very important to us.
Yeah, it's very, very, very important. Because
we love food.
We love food.
We love restaurants. We love dining.
We do, and we've experienced quite a bit with food.
And because of that, we're being fair to ourselves and breaking this down into table service and quick service.
All right. Definitely.
Which one do you want to do first?
We are gonna go with table service first. So, what is the table service?
I loved my birthday meal at California Grill. It's, you know, it's kind of an obvious one, I guess. The sushi that we had was, you know, amazing, and then we were there for the fireworks on the rooftop afterwards as well.
Yes, we got taken care of very, very well.
Yeah.
So
we have a friend.
we have a friend out that works there, and one of my other friends was working desserts, so she took care of us as well.
And it was my birthday.
Yeah, it was her birthday. So we had a fantastic experience. We were treated well. We enjoyed our meal. We got to watch the fireworks on the what do you call it, like the ledge,
like, the rooftop area.
Rooftop area where you can actually go watch the fireworks from where the Contemporary is, and it's just beautiful
it's a great
scene.
view.
It's a
great view.
And it's fantastic experience. If you ever have the chance,
go. Yeah.
So yes, that is my favorite experience.
And you don't always need a reservation. Just a heads up, they have that area where you can sit at the bar and just order food.
You definitely can. But I suggest if you want the full experience, do the make reservations.
It's just they can be difficult to get sometimes.
And it is. It's kind of tough, especially if you're only there for a few days or something. But try and get a reservation. If not, just walk in and see if they can sit you.
Yeah, it's worthwhile. It really is.
Definitely.
And the rooftop sort of viewing area for the fireworks does just give it that extra something, doesn't it?
It does.
You can stand up there, like you can finish your wine watching the fireworks. It's a really nice thing.
Nice. Now for my favorite meal, I can't think of anything specific, to be honest with you. There's so many great places to eat in Disney World. There's so many food experiences. If you love food, Disney World is the best place, especially around food and wine, when all the different carts are open in Epcot. And every restaurant is different. You have amazing chefs that work out there. They know what great food is, and they show it to you. So I can't say. I'll probably have to think about it, and maybe in the next episode or next video that we do, I will maybe go more in depth in what kind of foods I like. But there are a few, I've gone through a few of the signature restaurants there, table service, and even quick service foods. Some of them are really fantastic. So, so just, I'll get back to you on it. But for now, that is my favorite restaurant, Cali Grill, for both of us. Yeah?
We're missing a key restaurant as well, for nostalgia's sake. The Rose and Crown in Epcot is also very close to our hearts. Yes,
it's very close to our hearts. We will explain that to you at the end of this video.
Alright, quick service.
We're gonna go with our favorite snack. What is your favorite?
No, we haven't said our favorite quick service.
Oh, quick service. Sorry. Oops.
You go first. What's your favorite quick service restaurant?
You know what? You know what you have, and I'm kind of a toss between a couple.
Well, special mention to Captain Cook's in the Polynesian, because I think they do really good food. Those pulled pork nachos are amazing. I always love those, especially if like you're watching Wishes on the beach. It's good to grab some nachos and a cocktail or something and watch the fireworks. I love that. But I think in terms of best food and overall kind of dining experience, mine would have to be our guest, since I was there when the new Fantasyland opened, and I was lucky enough to go to a bit of a preview event, which was super cool. And I just remember walking in and just being struck by the theming and the detail, that attention to detail in that main ballroom. Like, I know people love the West Wing. I personally, I think it's a really cool area, but I'd always choose to eat in the ballroom just because it's, it's the best the best scene in Beauty and the Beast, or one of the best scenes, and it's just everything. It's like stepping into the movie, and
that's fantastic. It's just
I think especially growing up with that movie, and as a little girl that was always obsessed with the princesses and those movies, it is like stepping straight into it, and it's awesome, and the food is really good. I think it's better than standard quick service fare, and it's nice that you eat with silverware and they will bring your food to you, even though it is quick service. You order and then they bring it out, so that's nice too. That's a bit more special.
Yeah, that's the thing that I was thinking of, is like quick service. I'm still kind of like thinking the queuing up to just a random place and then getting your food and then just eat. I don't know. It's really one of those things that I can't get my head what I enjoy the most.
Like what stands out.
Yeah, it really...
What about Casey's? I know we usually go there at least once a trip. That's a good one.
No, I enjoyed it. It's like, I'm trying to think of what I've gone through the most, and I enjoyed it very, very much. But for now, it's gonna have to go... There's a reason why too. Nostalgic. We're gonna go with the fish and chip shop at the Rose and Crown in Epcot.
Okay.
Because it's good fish and chip.
It is very good.
It actually is, and it's something that you can just grab prior to fireworks or just walking around. And
that Pangazi fish, I mean, can't knock it.
No, you can't. It's good food, but we'll go with that. Again, some of these questions, like, you have to break it down to like the best of the best, and it's tough. Maybe we'll do another one of these and we'll probably change.
Like I didn't want to give this too much thought, because I know I'd drive myself crazy like answering these questions, trying to make sure I had like the perfect answer. But I'm actually glad I didn't, because this is very hard.
Yeah,
this is challenging.
So we'll skip. We'll do that. That's what.
Earl of Sandwich.
Oh. I don't know. I'm thinking Disney. Like now.
We're thinking parks.
I want parks. Or even if you think of it like it has to be Disney. Earl of Sandwich is like a chain, so I can't.
But that holiday turkey.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean that is one of my favorite foods. I could eat that every day for the rest of my life. Actually.
I can see that. I would too.
So. Still Be Our Guest is my favourite, but special mention to Earl of Sandwich and any other one that I've mentioned.
It's good food, so maybe we'll do a video of just a food related, and we'll get more in depth.
Yeah, I said we liked food.
We do, we love food. Alright, our favourite snack, Disney snack?
I mean, my instant gut reaction is a Dole Whip.
Dole Whip.
Yeah, I do have one, at least one every time we're in the Magic Kingdom. So that's up there. I love at Christmas the peppermint bark ice cream that you can get from Main Street. No, not from Ghirardelli, from Main Street, from Edie's.
Oh, okay.
That's not how you pronounce it, Eddie's, yeah. But they do a peppermint bark ice cream at Christmas time, which is amazing. But yeah, I think a Dole Whip float. I like the Dole Whip float with the pineapple juice.
That's weird.
What?
But, well, it's not weird.
Why is
Sorry.
that weird?
That's not weird. That's good. I think my answer is going to be a little weird because it's very simple. It's a churro. Now,
We never have churros.
I have never had a churro in a long time, but I had to think about it. It's like, I don't really snack, you know?
Yeah.
I
To
don't
be honest,
snack.
we don't that much, do we?
No, it's one of those things like, we'll have a meal, but we don't really snack. And I think my favorite one is like, if I had to choose one, it would probably a churro from Magic Kingdom or in Disneyland.
You know what? I'm gonna buy you a churro. on our next
thank
trip.
you. Yeah, and I have a story about this
no
one.
idea that was your favorite. Like that would be far. Wouldn't even be on my radar.
It's one of those things that I have to think about it more in depth. But like, if I had to think of what my favorite one was now, off the top of my head, it has to be a churro.
What?
And it's funny because it's just one of
It's weird.
it's one of those things that I think I had when I went to Disneyland, and you know, it's just like something that you would get. You know, that I wouldn't say the like turkey leg or anything like that, but it's one of those like you'd want to have that or like the Mickey pretzel. But no, I think the churro would be it.
Yeah, but why? What's your story?
My story one, I remember having one in the Magic Kingdom, and I got attacked by the seagulls. Like literally, I was walking down. That's not Adventureland. Is it Adventureland? No, it was the one. What's the land next to Adventureland?
Frontierland.
Frontierland. I was walking through Frontierland, and I'm eating my churro, like just chatting with friends, and this seagull just swooped down. That's
We got there eventually.
We got it. He swooped down and tried to attack it. Like he actually clawed it, but I fought it off and I ate it before he can come back. But they are mean people. mean little
seagulls.
animals.
We used to have that a lot. People used to always have that with their fish and chips from the Rose and Crown.
Did they?
Oh, the Yorkshire Fish and Chip shop. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. But churro.
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
churro.
I would buy you a churro when we go on our next trip.
Yeah.
You know what else is really good as well that I always get when I go to Be Our Guest is that little strawberry cupcake that they have.
Be your guest.
Yeah, it's like a dessert item. I mean, how often do I order a dessert item from a quick service? Never. But this one I always do. So
I also like the apples, the caramelized apples, and with the different ones.
I've never had one.
No.
I've never had a caramel
There's some-
apple or a toffee apple, whatever they
Like
are,
one of
in
the
my entire
like
life.
chocolate cup. Like there's one with like white chocolate cup. Oh, you will love it. We're gonna have that.
And Mickey Premium Bar.
Mickey bars are good too.
Mickey Premium Bars are a good
That I've had a
classic.
lot of, but
They're a good classic.
It's just
I just always end up in a mess.
yeah, they melt faster.
Yeah. Especially in that
Itch.
Florida sun.
Yeah, they melt faster. All right. Favorite bar.
Okay. Well, again, my first kind of go-to reaction, which is actually going to be my special mention, is Trader Sam's. It's really fun. But
Was fun. It is really fun.
yeah, I mean, for anybody that doesn't know, like it's just a cocktail bar within the Polynesian. They do cool stuff whenever you order specific drinks. Like you order and it will just set off a reaction within the bar, whether a server comes. Do you know? Maybe
Yeah.
I shouldn't. It's just cool. Just go.
It's a lot. Yeah, exactly. I think it's you have to experience it because there's something you get something out of ordering a drink.
Yeah. But
So
do you know
more
what
than
my
just a drink.
favourite bar is?
Rose and Crown.
No. Meisner's.
Meisner's,
in
yes.
the Grand Floridian.
Of course.
And I love that, just in terms of having that music and just kind of the theming and the elegance of the Grand Floridian in general. Yeah, I'd say Meisner's.
Meisner's.
Yeah.
That's a perfect one. I remember that. I completely forgot that was your favorite. Now, for me, I was thinking like, again, Rose and Crown, because that's the bar that I love. It's a pub, you know, great atmosphere, lots of good drinks.
For me, it's a little
And
taste of home in Disney World.
Yeah, and it brings a lot of memories to it. But outside of that, I think I would go to the Indiana Jones one.
Oh, the Hangar Bar?
The Hangar
in Disney
Bar.
Springs.
Yeah, the Hangar Bar in Disney Springs is
a good one.
really, really themed around Indiana Jones, specifically the Hangar Bar, and they have a lot of different little, you know, things that can remind you from different adventures that they had and from the movies, and it's just kind of like, it's really, really cool to be in it. Now it's I've only been there a few times. Drinks are really good.
Really good.
But I enjoyed just the atmosphere of it, and you know, you're kind of like live music that you can hear outside, and just it's really cool. So
and that's
I
another
enjoyed
one
it,
with like attention to detail in the theming.
Exactly,
It is so awesome, that bar.
They're very, very attention to detail.
Yeah.
So.
Disney Springs has a lot of good bars. Raglan Road is also great as
Raglan's
well, both for
very
food
good.
and for drinks. Spent many an evening there.
Yes, we love just going there, having a drink, and listening to the live music, because it's
they're
awesome.
so good as well.
They're very good. So if you ever have a chance, just go outside if it's not raining, you know, and enjoy it.
But I think this next trip we should do like an actual, like we should wait and get a table at the Hangar Bar, because when we've been in, it's kind of been like we've stood around the bar for a minute but taken our drinks kind of to go and kind of walked around and not really sat down.
We did sit down in the bar a bit. We found like that one stool that's kind of just like lower section, but
I want to do it properly.
We're gonna experience it better, but it's a good spot.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta move along. Resorts. What is your favorite resort? I think we know what this one.
I think it's the Grand Floridian.
It's a great resort for all the additions that they do, especially like during the holidays, which is awesome. I
the
love
gingerbread
it.
house.
Gingerbread house and the tree and all, and the music. But as for me, I think I will have to go with Animal Kingdom Lodge.
That's a good
Just
one too.
because I would love to wake up every morning
Savannah View.
with the Savannah view and just see all the animals. So I think that's my favorite.
They also have great restaurants.
And they have great food, very much. Very much.
Sanaa is one of my favorites, because again you can see the animals outside and their bread service is incredible.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a really, really good one too.
Next is our favorite store. What is your favorite store?
Easy. In the Grand Floridian. I think it's called Summer Lace, which is the store as you walk into the Grand Floridian on the bottom floor in like the back right hand corner. And it's just like a little boutique store. They have some fun like Disney merch and Grand Floridian merch, but their clothing is just gorgeous. It's such a nice store, and again it's so perfectly themed for the Grand Floridian, so that's a really nice one. I also love all the stores on Main Street, of course, and in Disney Springs, Trendy in particular. I've bought so many of my clothes from Trendy over the years.
I think Disney Springs has a lot of shops that.
Yeah. So yeah.
For me, I like everything that has a lot of stuff in it. Kind of like, you know, World of Disney has all these things, but I think Mouse Gears is probably my favorite, just because I've gone in there so much more times. I love looking through every little thing. I don't know. I think I find everything I need for Disney in Mouse Gears. It's like an all-in-one you can go to place. So I enjoyed that very much.
Nice.
So we'll go with Mouse Gears. Anyway, maybe we can talk more in depth with that some other time. Yeah. And our story, I think that's it. We're gonna cap it off with our story. Well,
we've kind of made reference to bits and pieces since we've been making this video.
And so our story goes that we both worked for Walt Disney World.
We were both cast members.
We were both cast members, and I worked for Walt Disney World for just over 5 years. And she...
It was almost a year and a half. It was 15
Almost a year
months.
and a half.
Yeah, so a bit of backstory. As you go into Epcot, obviously it's divided into 2 lands. The second one, or the back end of Epcot, is the World Showcase, where, is it 11 countries? Or
I believe so, about 11 countries.
11 I think it's 11, are represented around the World Showcase Lagoon, in theming, in restaurants, and in service. So what that means is that they bring people over for a year at a time from their respective home countries to teach and educate people about their culture and their heritage and their backgrounds, whilst providing a service, whether it be in food and beverage, in merchandise, or in attractions operations in each of their countries. And they do that, they call it the Cultural Representative Program. So as a cast member, that is what I was doing. I was on the CRP, working in the UK Pavilion.
And yes, so I was, since I am not front of the house, or I'm not on stage, as they say, I did not need to be from the UK in order to work in the Rose and Crown. So what that entails is that I got to meet people from the UK and just made friends. And of course we met, and that's
And made friends.
made friends. So we've known each other since, and that was in 2000.
I joined in 2012. We kind of got to know each other around
2013. Yes, about mid 2013.
Yeah,
so.
Which is all great.
Yeah.
And I mean, I cannot say enough good things about my time working for Disney in every possible way, in terms of the management and the way that I was treated by the company and the people that I made friends with and everybody I met. It was just hands down one of the best things that I've ever done. I'd recommend it wholeheartedly. But the caveat to that is it is a year-long program. I was lucky enough, because of the time of year that I was there, that I was able to extend my visa by 3 months on top of the regular year that I had. But then, you know, you have this magical year and then you have to go home.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what happened to us.
That's it.
And we John stayed as a Disney cast member for an additional year and a half, almost 2 years after
Since
that
you've left,
period.
about a year.
I left in the January of
Oh, yeah.
2014.
And
And you left in November
November
2016, so almost
15.
20. Oh yeah, 15.
So yeah, it's been about a year and a half. So
Yeah.
we got to see each other prior to that. So.
Yeah, a few times
Hence-
on vacation, until finally we were able to be in the same country
country,
and the same
same
city again, and now we live in New York.
Now we're here. So,
Ex-cast members,
ex-cast members,
lovers of
and,
Disney.
and we miss it. And
We miss it so
we
much.
figured, you know what, we'll talk about it. We'll bring back memories and share our knowledge and what else we learn. And every time we go on holiday, on vacation to Disney, we will share it with you guys. So, and we'll see. So thank you for watching us. It has been,
It's been fun.
talking about it.
Yeah.
We enjoyed it very much. It's good to go back, you know, to reminisce. And we're gonna be doing that quite more often. So if you guys like this, and hopefully we can show you more. If you have any questions about us, you know, that we didn't talk about,
Or about Disney, we're relatively knowledgeable.
yeah, we're just put the questions in the comment box, or or message us in other social media. We have a few other social medias. We have a blog in our website, nevernevergrowingup.com. So that should be, it's up,
all work
but there's
in
nothing.
progress.
Yeah, there's nothing in it yet, but we'll hopefully get something in there. We'll post some photos on Instagram, so check us out on Instagram at nevernevergrowingup. Our Twitter account, I think, is
Pirates Pixie Pan.
Pirates Pixie Pan. So check us out, Pirates Pixie Pan, at Pirates Pixie Pan on Twitter. And
You're
that's
proud I
about it.
remembered that.
Oh, yes.
There we go. So,
But all right, until
that was
then,
fun. See you next time.
bye. Oh, favorite character?
Minnie Mouse.
Minnie Mouse.
Yeah,
Ariel.
is my favorite princess.
Oh, favorite character.
But do you mean to meet? My favorite character to meet, or in general, or my favorite?
In general, favorite in general. Last question. Hurry, hurry. We're running out of time.
Minnie.
Minnie.
You go quick.
Goofy.
Who knew? Bye.